Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Reverie Terribly with me, Reverie, where I play games terribly. Today we're going to be having a look at something a little bit different. It's called To Kill a Black Swan, and is a game by Marcel Weyers, or Marcel Weyers, I don't know quite how to pronounce that. But I saw this on Desura for free, and I was like, why not? This looks interesting. It is apparently a short murder mystery, so yeah, we'll just jump straight in and see what this game has to offer. Oh. That's a cheerful start, but then I guess it is a murder mystery, so what better way to start it than with a young man was killed. Being a detective, that's nothing new for me. But let me tell you, this case changed my life. Why? I'm going to tell you. So this is kind of, I think it's trying to be sort of a noir type thing. It's all black and white. My name is not relevant. I'm just an ordinary man doing his job. Solving crime cases has always been my dream, since I was a kid, I guess. It's been a few years, but I still remember that one case. The murder, which is known as the Black Swan case. Thinking about it now, it's kinda ironic, but let me start from the beginning. One thing you should know beforehand, people always see what they want to see, and they hear what they want to hear. Sorry for being so cryptic, but I promise it'll make sense eventually. So, there was this mansion. I'm excited, I wanna know what happens already. Police sirens. I guess this has been the murder. See, this is interesting. We get silhouettes instead of, you know, faces and stuff. It's kind of cool. I cannot talk! His wife found his body not long ago. Evidently, she was not able to answer my questions right in that moment. Okay, so this is the guy's wife. I understand. I'll take a look around if that's okay. She just nodded, and I went to the crime scene. There was chalk on the ground, and a lot of glass. Looking up, I saw that one of the windows was broken. He was obviously pushed out of the window. Their home sure is big, and it seems the level of surveillance is quite high on this property. I figured that it must have been someone who had access to it. Well, obviously. Maybe it was one of their staff members, or his wife herself. Yeah, right. It's always the wife, isn't it? I decided to go back to her. Maybe I could get something out of her after all. She was still in tears when I slowly approached her. What do you want? My apologies again, ma'am. I'd like to know who was there when it happened. It's Friday afternoon, so only Kane was at the house. He's our cleaner. I can't really do grieving, wife. I'm not like an amazing actress. Where is he now? I think he's speaking with one of your colleagues. Thank you, ma'am, and I'm sorry. I've always been so bad with all of this condolences stuff. Well, whatever. Maybe that cleaner knew something. I saw him across the yard. On the other hand, some of my colleagues were going into the house to inspect the crime scene, I guess. I wanted to see the crime scene first. Maybe there were some hints. It took a while to reach the room. Damn, that place was huge. When I arrived, I was surprised to find that it was a guest room. Why would the man of the house be in that room? I saw the broken window. That's this, I guess. And other things. Okay, time for some clicking. What's this? Some painting. I'm pretty sure it has nothing to do with the murder. Well, you never know. Anything could be to do with the murder. There are two glasses. Looks like someone drank wine recently. One of the glasses has something on it. It looks like lipstick. Okay, so we have a lipsticky glass. Did the victim and his wife drink wine before it happened? Okay. Oh, maybe it was an accident, but wouldn't she have hidden the glasses then? Or did he have an affair with some woman? In the guest room of his own house where his wife was. That's pretty brazen. Some photos. I'm not interested in their personal lives. I just want to solve the case. Their personal lives could be totally relevant to the case, dude. It's a personal photo of the victim. Okay. For decoration purposes, I guess. Not important. I don't even know what that is. Some sort of sign. Maybe it says like home sweet home or something. Bedroom sweet bedroom. This box is empty. That's the window that caused the victim's death. Well, unintentionally, of course. Wouldn't it be more broken than that if he, like, went out through it? An average painting you'd find in every guest room. It's a chest. There's probably treasure in it. A treasure. Okay, I'm not really good at making jokes. No, you're not. I didn't even realize that was a joke. Right, is there anything else? Oh, we can... This window is closed. This one looks undamaged. Okay. I don't think there's anything else we can click here. Am I done here? Yeah. So, we have lipstick. I didn't want to miss my chance to talk with the cleaner. Can I help you? Maybe. Could you tell me what happened? Sure. I was cleaning the foyer when the landlady came home. Where had she been? I interrupted him. I needed to know everything. She was with a friend. Her name was Sarah, I think. I made a mental note to ask Audrey about her later. Okay. So, Sarah, could she be the lipstick woman? Thanks, please go on. When she came home, she seemed to be in a good mood. Well, she just came back from a fun day, so I guess that's natural. Makes sense. Right. Anyway, I was just about to call it a day when I heard an ear-piercing scream echoing through the house. That's when she found the body? Yes. Didn't you hear the window breaking? I'm usually listening to music when no one else is there. When she arrived, I took out my earphones. Damn it, so the murder must have occurred before his wife arrived. Or not. The house is pretty big. He could have overheard it even without earphones. Nobody else was at home? I know what this must look like, but I didn't kill him, I swear. You have nothing to worry about. If you're innocent. I didn't emphasize the if. He seemed to be worried enough already. I guess. Everything happened so fast, I'm afraid I cannot really tell you much more. That's fine, you've already helped a bit. Just a little bit. But really, I'm glad. If you need anything, you could stop by at my apartment. Here's my address. Alright. He's being too forthcoming. He's trying to make himself look innocent. Detective, do you have news? Indeed. There are 2 glasses of wine in the guest room. One of them. I don't think this game started out in English, so we can bypass that mistake. One of them has lipstick on it. I know. I figured as much. Can you elaborate? I found the room like that, and I didn't touch anything. I cannot really explain it. This looks like... I know what it looks like. I know he just died, but maybe it's true. Maybe he was meeting someone else, and things didn't go according to plan. That's what I was thinking. Do you know who could be, you know? He doesn't have many female friends. Or had. That makes not much sense. There was this girl, Ellen, and she used to jog with him, and they went to the same yoga course. A yoga course, huh? Yes, he always wanted to stay fit. Do you have an address? Unfortunately, no, but they always went for a jog in the park. I see. Maybe I can meet her there. Someone else? There's also Sarah. Oh, there's also Sarah. Who's Sarah? Your cleaner said you were with her when it happened. That's right, we spent the day together. What did you do? She frowned as if my question was too personal, but she answers anyway. Just girl stuff, shopping, talking, you name it. What about his enemies? He had no enemies. He was very seclusive, shy sometimes. Maybe that's why he hadn't many friends either. So, besides Ellen, and if you count Sarah, there was only Rob. They were best friends. Bros, they used to say. Oh, I thought these people were older for some reason. I guess it did say a young man, but then, God, that's a big mansion for a young man. Where can I find him? He owns a nightclub in downtown. She gave me the address, and I decided to pay a visit later. I also inquired Sarah's address, and it turned out she lived just a few streets further away from Audrey. That should be enough for today. Thanks, Detective, for everything. That's my job. That was probably too flippant. I hope you will solve this case soon. Me too. Okie dokie. I decided to visit Sarah. Let's see what kind of girl she is. I knocked a few times, but nobody opened. Maybe she wasn't at home. Suddenly the door flew open with a crash. Gosh, what the actual... Wait, are you the detective? Seems like it, miss. Oh, hell. You already know? Audrey called me, but she was too agitated to tell me what exactly happened. But basically, yeah, her husband is dead, right? Goodness me. I nodded and told her everything we knew so far. Unless I read that tone totally wrong, but, you know. I told her about the thing with the window. If she was shocked by the news, she didn't show it. She just took another sip from her glass and stared at me. Buffy, I'm doing a murder mystery. This is no time. No time. It looked like she couldn't care less. So who did it? That's what I want to find out. Oh, I see. You think I did it, right? I didn't say that. I just wanted to ask you a few questions. I didn't know him that well. I usually spend my time with Audrey. She didn't want him to be part of our girl stuff. Still, I have questions. It's just routine, you know? Okay, shoot. I couldn't help but think this was kind of an awkward wording, but I didn't comment. What should I ask her? A choice! A choice. Okay. Where have you been today? Did you have an affair with the victim? Where have you been today, I guess? Where have you been today? I spent the day with Audrey. I'm sure she told you. Well, yeah. We shared a taxi, and then after we dropped her off at the house, I went home. Makes sense, I guess. Yes, it does. She called me shortly afterwards. Thanks. What else? I'm sorry to be so personal, but did you have an affair with the victim? Me? I barely knew him. No need to get all defensive. It was just a question. You don't need to know someone to have an affair with them. And I just answered no. Okay. That's fine. That girl sure had a temper. Well, you did just ask her if she was having an affair. What should I ask her? Shut up, phone. Thanks for your time. Just catch that murderer. Afterwards, I decided to go to the park and keep a lookout for Ellen. I've been told she and the victim would go jogging together sometimes, and they'd been in the same yoga course. The park wasn't that big, and I was able to find a woman, which could be her. Okay. For a moment I tried to keep up with her, but she was much more athletic than me. She introduced herself as Ellen, but she kept running. When I broke the news, she stopped, though. He's dead? Who would do this to him? That's what I want to find out. You're saying he was pushed out of the window? Apparently. That is so horrible. I cannot imagine what his wife is going through right now. She's shattered. That means tired here. Ellen fell silent. I couldn't read her face, but she seemed to be in shock. Can you tell me something about him? He was always so calm and quiet. He was so easy to be around. Actually, that's why I chose him as my jogging partner. I see. He was very reclusive. If I hadn't dragged him to the yoga course, he wouldn't have had the courage to go there. That yoga course? It's on Saturdays, and he was the only guy in our group. I understand. Did he have contact with someone else from the group? No, I don't think so. He'd always stick with me. Could you think of anyone who could be the murderer? No, absolutely not. That was not very helpful. Also, it was getting dark, and I still had another place I wanted to visit. Thank you for your help. That was everything? Will you find the murderer? I will, and yes, that's it for the time being. If you need me, I'll be here over the weekend. I'll make sure to contact you again, thanks. It was getting late, and my last stop would be that nightclub. Well, if this is the last stop, we might as well keep going, right? I don't know how long this is going to be, but, you know, it doesn't seem like I should break it up now. I wanted to know what kind of guy that Rob is. It was loud in the club, and it took me forever to get to Rob, even though there is no one here. Some security guy thought my badge was fake. What a prick. You wanted to talk to me, detective? Yes, can we talk somewhere quieter? Sure thing. He led me to a closed area. Finally, some silence. This is exactly the same place. That should be better. I'm sorry to be the bringer of unpleasant news, but... I told him about his best friend's death. God, I hate doing this. He listened to me carefully. His expression didn't change at first, but then... He cried. He cried a lot. It was his best friend, after all. I can't... Take your time. I know this is hard. Who would do this to him? He'd never hurt a fly. I'll find out, I promise. But first I need you to answer some questions. Sure, anything. What should I ask? How was your relationship? Oops, his wife said you were best friends. That's what I said, but I clicked faster too fast. Yeah, we were. He didn't have many friends. I heard. Sometimes he'd visit me in the club. He wasn't a very outgoing person, he just did it for me. What did you do in your free time? Well, the usual, watching football, working out, playing video games. I can't believe we'll never see each other again. Oh dear, your best friend is dead. What a shame. Where have you been today? Where have you been today? Have you seen the victim today? I was at his house, or mansion more like. His wife was out, and he asked me to spend some time together. It's his lipstick. Can the staff confirm this? I don't think anyone saw me. It's Friday, so there was only Kane there. He was probably cleaning some room while I was there. I'm sorry. Now I knew that at least 3 people were there. Audrey, Kane, and Rob. When you left, he was still alive, right? What question? What are you implying? Of course he was. I wouldn't kill my best friend. Sorry, I just had to ask that question. Oh, you work here. You work in this nightclub? Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes, but it pays the bills. He always wanted to help me with the club. But it's not really his cup of tea. He'd be better off in some office. He's always so shy. I don't think this guy's meant to be American, but the way he was standing, just, you know. But he is now. Who cares? He was, I mean, gosh. What should I ask? Thanks, that's all. Thank you, that's it. You can find me here if you need me. I'm working here every day, even when the club isn't open. I actually have to work for my money, unlike other people. Oh? Jealous? Jealous of murdered guy? Did we even know his name? I can't remember. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I just don't know what to feel right now. I guess I'm just angry. You'll hear from me. Because you're the murderer. Please find the murderer, detective. I will. I had some leads. I knew I could finish that case quickly. In fact, it only took me 2 days. I was sure that it wasn't an accident. Someone killed him, and I knew it was one of them. Audrey, she seemed devastated, but maybe she knew more than she would let on. That cleaner, Kane, is that stuttering and anxious behaviour just an act? Ellen, the sports enthusiast, a guy doing yoga? Don't get me wrong, that's totally fine, but maybe he had other intentions other than just staying fit? Rob sounded kind of jealous. He has to work hard for his money, and maybe he was envious on his bro's lifestyle. Or his wife? I didn't know much about Sarah yet. Audrey made her sound like your typical rich girl. I called it a day. The next morning, I had to plan my steps wisely. I knew I hadn't enough time to visit all places, I just needed to trust my instinct on where to go. There were 5 places I had to go. I figured I could only manage to visit 3. Where should I go? Alright, so this is gonna be obviously the second day, so I'm gonna call it here. And we'll find out what happens next episode, because I don't want this to go on for too long. And it feels like this is the last day and then we're going to have to make a decision. So, yeah. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already. And drop a comment below if you want to chat to me. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Bye-bye! Bye-bye-bye. Bye.